There was another mass shooting yesterday, and one of the two expelled lawmakers in Tennessee got his seat back. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Tuesday, April 11th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. First up, 5 people were killed in a shooting at a bank in downtown Louisville. 8 others were injured yesterday morning. A close friend of Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear was one of the people killed. He spoke about it on the verge of tears in a press conference yesterday.
This is awful. I have a very close friend that didn't make it today. And I have another close friend who didn't either, and one who's at the hospital that I hope is going to make it through.
The gunman was a 25-year-old bank employee who was shot and killed by police. Officials still don't know his motive. The big picture here is that this was the 15th mass killing of 2023. Nearly 80 people have been killed in those incidents. Number 2. The Justice Department appealed the Texas abortion pill ruling yesterday. A judge suspended FDA approval of mifepristone last week. Mifepristone is one of 2 pills used in the most common abortion method in the U.S. The Justice Department asked an appeals court to put the ruling on hold before it takes effect on Friday. If the appeals court doesn't pause the order while it goes through its process, or if it's slow in making a decision, the Justice Department could go directly to the U.S. Supreme Court. No matter what, this issue will almost certainly end up at the High Court. The case could change abortion access across the country, and it could threaten the FDA's authority. Number 3. A black Tennessee lawmaker got his job back yesterday. The Nashville Metro Council voted to reinstate Representative Justin Jones. He was one of 2 black Democrats who were ousted from the State House by Republican lawmakers last week. They were pushed out for joining a protest for gun control in an unprecedented act of political retaliation. This prompted a huge backlash. Protesters gathered yesterday before the Nashville Metro Council building to push for Jones to be reinstated.
What do we want? Justice! No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
A vote is expected tomorrow on the reappointment of the other lawmaker, Representative Justin Pearson. At number 4, the U.S. has doubts about Ukraine's next big move against Russia. The country is expected to launch a counteroffensive this spring, but a leaked intelligence assessment from February says Ukraine could struggle to retake much territory. The reason is a lack of troops and equipment. This is part of a huge leak of classified U.S. intelligence reports. They started appearing online over the last few weeks and contain sensitive information about the war, Russia, and other countries. President Biden ended the COVID national emergency yesterday. That's story number 5. The emergency was first declared by President Donald Trump in March of 2020. It allowed the government to take sweeping steps to respond to the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. is still phasing out some of those emergency measures, like a mortgage forbearance program. This is happening a little sooner than planned. The emergency had been set to end next month, along with a separate public health emergency, but Republicans in the House pushed through a measure to end it sooner. Number 6. Utah's Great Salt Lake is bouncing back after record lows. This is huge news for the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere. Just 3 months ago, scientists said that the lake was on track to disappear in 5 years. But a snow-packed winter has made a huge difference. As of last week, the lake had risen 3 feet in a little more than 5 months, and that trend will probably continue as more snow melts. One extra snowy winter won't be enough to save it, but it's a hopeful start. And at number 7, Earth's core seems to be surrounded by a weird jello-like layer. This layer, nearly 2,000 miles deep, sits between the Earth's liquid outer core and the solid mantle that surrounds it. A new study found that it may have once been part of the surface. The findings provide clues to the way heat moves through the Earth's many layers. The process is believed to be key to making life possible on our planet. You're all caught up with the news for today. But one more thing. We love hearing from you, so don't forget to rate the show if you're listening on Spotify. And if you listen to The 7 on Apple, you can write us a review and tell us what you think. I'm Jeff Pierre, and I will meet you back here tomorrow.